In these changing times, artists and performers across Central Florida are creating new ways to connect with the world. They're sharing their gifts and inspiring us all through social media, right from their living rooms. You're watching a new show on Vision TV called Live from Home, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm Renata Sago, your host. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to Mississippi? If you have, I'm sure you've got stories, but we could talk about that another day. If you haven't been to Mississippi, you've surely felt its presence in your life through the music all around us. The Delta is the birthplace of American roots music. We're talking country, jazz, blues, bluegrass, rock. Mississippi's also the birthplace of our next guest, musician and producer Myles Ray. He's been in Central Florida for the past 7 years, and when the quarantine started, he'd actually planned to head back home to visit family. What's up, Myles?
Hey, what's up, Renata? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. Good to see you too.
So you're originally from Jackson. You came to Florida to attend Full Sail University, which is a big player in the music industry. What was the transition like coming from the Delta to here?
The transition, it was kind of different. Florida's a little bit more faster moving than Mississippi is, so it took a little while to get adjusted, but I was in school and everything like that when I first moved here, so it kind of was a learning curve for sure.
So you do a lot musically. You play the keyboards, you produce. When did you realize you had a gift?
Honestly, ever since I could remember, I come from like a real musical family on my father's side and my mother's side, actually. So I kind of was always exposed to different types of music, and my granddad was a big influence. He's a singer as well, so I grew up seeing it a lot. So from as early as I would say 3 or 4 years old, I was walking around banging on walls, trying to make beats and, you know, kind of developing the understanding of musical concepts and things like that.
3 years old, man, that's phenomenal. But they say that's when it all starts, as a child. Now, the Delta is home of the blues. You've got Muddy Waters, who came out of there, Johnny Twist. What were your musical influences growing up, Myles?
My musical influences, kind of like what I said earlier, my dad, my granddad, I even have musicians and singers on my mother's side of the family. So I was raised growing up going to church, and so gospel music was a big influence, a lot of soulful 70s and 80s music that my dad would listen to riding in the car, and things like that. So that's kind of the experiences that kind of shaped my interest in music and kind of gave me my taste, I guess I would say, today, as far as my style of production and the type of music that I like to listen to now.
All right, you come from a musically rich family. Outside of your family, I know you're a big fan of Corea. Who are you listening to today?
Yeah, Corea is one of my favorite keyboard players. I think you told me you interviewed him before, right?
I did, and it was amazing. I was totally like, didn't believe I was
cool.
there.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I like Herbie Hancock. Another one of my favorite keyboard players right now is Corey Henry. He plays with, he has his own band, and he's played with a band called Snarky Puppy before. And that's pretty much as far as keyboard players go, that's who I look up to the most, I would say.
Okay, so you work with quite a few artists here in Central Florida. Have you worked with any big names or anybody who really surprised you or fascinated you or got you to expand musically?
Right now, I wouldn't say necessarily any big nationally known names, but the way I like to work is you work with people. It's called networking across, I would say, because you work with people that has the same kind of drive and the same goals in mind that you have, and eventually, one person's success will become everybody's success. So that's kind of how I like to keep myself around a circle of people that's working and striving towards the same thing that I am.
These are absolute facts, and we're seeing it outside the music industry as well. People are networking across. They are finding people within their own spaces and making things happen. So tell us about this set that's coming up.
Right.
You've got a nice group of people, and we're going to be listening to 4 songs, right?
Right, yeah, it's 4 songs we put together. It's almost 15-minute set, about 4 songs. Really great collective of musicians that I've worked with over my time period of being here in different capacities. So yeah, I kind of put everybody together, and we put together a nice set of 4 songs for you guys. So hope you enjoy it.
All right, I'm excited. Let's check it out.
This is how we do it. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-da-da-da-da. This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, gave the keys to my truck. Hit the show, now I'm faded. Honey's in the streets saying money, yeah, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. Summertime skirts and the guys that can nice. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So tip up your cup, throw your hands up, and let me hear the party say, I'm kinda buzzed, and it's all because Orlando does it like nobody does. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. Let's flip the track, bring the old school back. This is how we do it. All hands are in the air and waving from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big black truck. You can get yours in a 6'4". Whatever it is, the party's on the way. So tip up your cup, throw your hands up, and let me hear the party say, I'm kinda buzzed, and it's all because Orlando does it like nobody does. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. Let's flip the track, bring the old school back. I'm kinda buzzed, and it's all because, yeah, Orlando does it like nobody does, nobody does. Ooh, it's party time. Say straight up coming from the south side. Woo. Fellas, let's do something different. Come on. Oh.
Boy, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There'll be nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that beat, and we're gonna ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I wanna rock with you all night. Dance you in the sunlight. I wanna rock with you can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known that I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in of my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. I just don't wanna stop all my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Too much, never too much, never too much, never too much. Woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I called you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. Hung up the phone, came here too late. The boss is so demanding. Opened the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. Who needs to go to work to hustle for another dollar? I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream and holler. Love is a gamble, and I'm so glad that I am winning. We've come a long way, and yet this is only the beginning of my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. I just don't wanna stop all my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. I just don't wanna stop.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. No. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Girl, I'm in the days for your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. No.
Some people go around the world for love that they may never find what they dream of. What do you won't do for love? You tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, only you baby, do for love what I would not do. I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you. I can't let go. No, no,
So, Myles, who were those musicians?
Oh yeah. I can start with D White is the first vocalist that you seen. His name is D White. Great vocalist, great dude. One of my real close friend. He's from Florida, and you can reach him on social media at D White Music on Instagram. That's at DWHYTE Music. So yeah, you can check him out. He has, you know, different music that he's releasing and content that he puts out as well. So you can reach out to him. On the other vocalist was Sheila. Her name is Sheila. You can find her on Facebook, Sheila and the Sound, another really good person, really cool. Her and her husband Larry, they have a band, Sheila and the Sound, that I play with as well from time to time. So you can look her up on Facebook. I believe she's on Facebook. On drums, we have Emmanuel Richardson. I call him Manny. Real good dude. You can find him on YouTube as well. You can look him up. On guitar, we have Javier. Javier is from Ecuador. I believe he's a Valencia student right now. Really good guitar, really good dude, really good guitar player. He, like I said, he's a Valencia student, and he also teaches guitar as well. So you can reach out to him on social media at Suavier Music. That's at SUAVIER.music on Instagram. He has some really good content that he puts out as well. On bass, we have Dane Dunbar. Really good bass player, really good dude as well. He and his brother actually, we recorded some of the music at their spot. His brother Darren helped with some of the engineering. They're really good people, and they also have a collective thing that they do as brothers, the Dunbar brothers. They're a family of musicians that are also incredible. So, and you got me, obviously. So that's pretty much the band.
Myles Ray in the building. I mean, just looking to how you put that together, you know, in different spaces, you really created this experience where you all were in the same place. How has the coronavirus changed how you make music and network across, as you say?
Right. Definitely the coronavirus has affected not only me, but all musicians across the country and the world, because obviously, you know, with the closures and the restrictions that they have now, you know, you can't really go out and play and do gigs and do performances for people right now. So it's kind of pushed musicians to shift more towards creating content and, you know, doing things like what you just saw. So that's definitely how it's affected musicians. You can't be as personable with people out in person, and, you know, a lot of bands and musicians get other businesses and other opportunities to network from being out and, you know, meeting people and meeting other musicians and, you know, meeting other business owners and things of that sort. So obviously, you know, with restaurants not being able to fill up to full capacity and things of that sort, that kind of put a damper on, you know, the more personable aspect of being a musician, for sure.
Okay, so what can we look out for next from you as Florida is slowly reopening?
Definitely, you can look once restaurants and things like that are able to open up again, and nightclubs and bars and things of that sort where people can gather and dance. You can definitely look to see the band out playing more, different bands playing out more. If anybody wants to, you know, reach out to this particular group of people that I put together, you can reach out to me at my email address at milesraybooking@yahoo.com. And you can just look to kind of, for me personally, to kind of continue riding the wave, because even though the coronavirus has been a bad thing, a lot of good has come out of it as far as, you know, different ways to market yourself and market your music. So you can definitely be looking for a lot of music to be released with different artists, and just being more active on the scene once everything opens up and is safe.
Oh, such good music for the soul. Thank you so much, Myles Ray. That's all for now. Thank you for being here on Live from Home. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We're looking for more talent. I know it's out there. All you have to do is submit your video to live@orangetvfl.net through Dropbox or WeTransfer, and we might use it on a future episode of Live from Home. Until next time, stay great.